Well, that was the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Bishop Stanley Ntagali, talking about love and preaching the message of forgiveness as usual. Moving on from that, research institutions, the academia and leaders' failure to read through the socio-economic landscape is blamed for continued poverty in the country. Now, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academics at Makerere University, Professor Omar Kakumba, said this while launching a book, Practices of Citizenship in East Africa. Kakumba applauded the College of Education and External Studies and the research team for coming up with a publication which he says is timely in addressing educational gaps at the university.
It is now 98 years since Uganda's first university started as a technical and vocational college. According to the Vice-Chancellor, Academics Affairs, Professor Umar Kakumba, the university has not done enough research involving the local population. He says this is responsible for slowing of community development and poverty.
Because through this you are able to understand those you are going to lead and the society that you seek to intervene in addressing their challenges and problems. Because you live with them, you do these ethnographic kind of engagements, and you are part of them, you become immersed.
Professor Omar Kakumba was launching a book, Practices of Citizens in East Africa, at Makerere University Guest House.
I hereby launch this book.
It's a very good book when you look at the different chapter abstracts. It is connecting a lot of social practices, a lot of community practices, and how communities are able to cope, in their livelihoods.
The principal investigator of the book and lecturer at the Department of Adult and Community Education, Alice Ndide Nancha, explains the research findings.
This book, and we are very sure it will be a very good source of learning for the academicians, the lecturers, those people who are in the area of development studies, political science, economics.
Deputy Principal of College of Education and External Studies, Professor Birevu Moyinda, says that the research is an eye-opener to government while setting up development deliverables to the community.
Many of the government interventions, like for example NADS, many of these interventions have failed because they don't have an adult education pedagogy in them or an adult education philosophy in them. Because people go out there, they deal with adults, but they don't understand adults.
The publication and research was a partnership with the University of Jyväskylä, Finland, Dodoma University and Makerere University.
Of course, this research has been a very interesting journey in many ways. First of all, we didn't have very kind of clear, we had of course a plan.
I think one of the most important things is that sometimes we researchers or the NGO CSOs rush to try to change things without adequate knowledge about what is there already.
I'm Nafka Farida and Setumba Douglas.